Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play The Consuming Shadow. It's almost the last week of October, today being October 20th, 2020, and it's time for us to play another classic that I like playing on my channel during every Halloween, The Consuming Shadow. By now you guys are probably familiar with what this game is, and if not, it's going to a playlist where there's plenty of videos for you to see what this game is. We're not going to bother describing it. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with it. Let's go ahead and start a new game and get right into it. So, by now, you guys probably know that I really enjoy playing the Scholar. He is my favorite of the characters because I can get about 2, maybe even 3 videos in for a single episode of him. It takes the longest, it has a good amount of build-up, and as we play, we are slowly losing sanity, losing health, running out of money, and I find that I enjoy the Scholar best for Let's Plays. So, let's go ahead and select him again, shall we? Something made me check for patterns in the runes. I don't know why, but I'm glad I did. A massive synchronization is coming, centered on Stonehenge, in roughly 60 hours. One hope remains, the ritual of banishment. 4 runes encanted at Stonehenge will close the gateway. The trouble is, I don't know what the ritual is. If I investigate the strange events heralding the shadow, maybe I could piece it together. That's all I have. A maybe. I played the game enough that we get 7 birth stars to assist us in this endeavor. So I like getting a bit of everything if I can. So let's go with a star here to give us extra sanity, melee damage, and a random spell chance. Let's see. What else do we have? Research, health. I guess we can take a little bit of both of these things. So let's... Health's probably a little more beneficial than the research is. I guess, well, we'll do this. Plus 12 health and plus 0.86 to research done. Oh, we have lots of car speed we can take. That could also be useful. Let's grab a little more car health and car speed. Let's see, can I get a plus 7 plus 3? I cannot. Alright, let's go for a plus 6 plus 3. I saw that for half a second. I'll grab just flat out car speed, so that we can get to the other locations faster. How many stars do I have left? We've placed 4 stars. I think we have 3 others. So let's take... What do I have right now? We have 20% melee damage, 14 sanity. Let's grab a star here, too. 15's more sanity, 5% melee damage, plus 2% random spell chance. I'm really tempted just to grab a huge amount more car speed. Let's do that. We'll take more speed. And with our final star, we'll take this pure research. This will help us unlock more of the information about the creatures that we're fighting. Okay, there we go. 18 additional health, 29 additional sanity. Our car moves 19 miles per hour faster. 3% chance of getting a random spell, increased chance that is. 27% more melee damage, and 3.456 extra research. You have received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Cursed towns are the best place to find what you're looking for. You might make some immediate headway if you went to Blessborough. Alright, well, let's get started then. This is also the closer of the 2 towns, which would make this better to go to, and then we hit Tinworth right afterwards. Nice, and we reached this before even an hour has passed. You have reached your destination, Blessborough. Well, we're here for one reason, and that's to go in and get some hints as to what is going on. The shadow cast upon this town hits me like a foul stench the moment I leave the car. Everywhere I look, I see eyes dropped and jaws slack in silent wails of anguished torment. I saw a tarpaulin in the street, covering a huge mass from which something that may once have been a limb extrudes. This is not merely the result of a spreading infection. I feel I am being drawn to a source. Not strong enough for a full rift, but perhaps an artifact. This vileness is almost visibly radiating from a building in the dilapidated part of town. It seems to have undergone a fire, which may as well have been caused by the misuse of the object I seek. It must be recovered. I'm willing to take the risk. Thankfully, the vile air in this place makes my mind heavy and confused, which goes some way to suppress the aching terror I should feel at the prospect. Been a while, everyone. Bear with me while I try to remember how to play. Okay, I think that's all I need to know. Shift is running, right click is bashing things with our pistol whip. A red rune just hovering here. This might unlock something. The Ang rune has been inscribed on the wall here in red, upside down. This means it is intended as a curse to the god that associates with the rune. Interesting. So for clues, I'm going to go with there is an Ang rune present. Can I cast? Okay, we could cast Ang to recover some sanity, but we haven't actually lost any sanity yet. Oop, there was something in this room. Let's go back up here again. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. Hello, there's grass in front of this door. Or maybe something tried clawing its way out of that room. I recovered some dusty jewelry that I estimate to be worth about £2. The god identified by the Shim rune is not the god attempting to invade. I know you're reading this, scholar. Your actions will have far further-reaching consequences than you could possibly imagine. The god identified by the Shim rune is not the invading god. So we'll put that here. Not invader. Possible invader. Possible invader. I believe my business in this place is concluded. I should head for the exit. Oops, I fled. Yep. I found 2 unfired hollow point bullets that appear to have been hastily concealed here. Something horrific is chasing us. Interestingly, the name Sho, as well as the associated symbol, is only ever inscribed in yellow pigment. To do so otherwise is considered ultimate blasphemy. Wait, what was that clue again? The Shim rune. We don't know what aspect it was, but we do know it's yellow. It's a giant face. We've been hit by that once in the past. We lost a lot of sanity. Our best objective is just to run from it. We don't lose sanity by running from that creature. Unfortunately, I can't seem to flee this place. We're constantly getting occultists blocking the way. I've recovered some dusty jewelry. I estimate to be worth about £2. Ooh, that was close. That's a very tough creature to get so early. I think if that giant face reaches you, if I recall correctly, you lose like half your life and sanity to it. The town is lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps, with what I have recovered here, this will finally be the last. Let's look at our tables again, our notes. So the cultists there were red. So I'm guessing Aang isn't going to be red. Let's go with this at the moment. Alright, and let's figure out where we're going next. We have a good amount of life, a good amount of sanity. We didn't take any hits that time around, which is wonderful. We picked up 2 hollow point bullets and about $4 in cash and some clues. I guess we'll head to Twinworth now. You've received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. The Shadow has a definite foothold in Waterton, and it's going to make its move soon. You don't have to help out, but these things escalate quickly. Twinsworth. So first, where is that location? So we will probably then go to Holby, Saxchester, and Wharton will be the plan. I guess we'll just set my destination to Holby, but I'm going to enter this town. The madness that underlies this town appears to be a subtle one, but troubling signs have begun to emerge. Everywhere I investigate, I attract desperate looks from people, as if trying to urgently convey something to me without the people around them suspecting. The air is thick with unaired secrets and unconfirmed suspicions, manifesting as whispers, graffiti, and anonymous texts. There is an evil here. I know it. One so loathsome that it will freeze even the busiest tongues. Whispers in the alleyways and pubs of the working men's districts keep turning to the subject of a wealthy business owner who controls the town and whose behavior has become strange, never leaving their mansion. A father has pleaded for me to investigate. His daughter was invited there, allegedly, for some kind of society party, but never returned. I promised him I will return with news, good or bad. Help! I've been imprisoned by the cult of Bailara. They locked me in a filthy obulette. I can hear them cursing some enemy god, chanting Shm. I think they're killing people up here. The god identified by Shim is not the invading god. So we knew that already. Bailara is an enemy of the god identified by the Shim rune. But that doesn't... Oh, hold on. We had Shim as not invader. The god identified by the Shim rune is not the invading god. Sho is identified with the color yellow. Bailara is an enemy of the god identified by the Shim rune. No, that's just possible invaders still. While not their signature color, the god Bailara is also shown to have an affinity for the color yellow, which is associated with an allied deity in the ancient Pantheon. Bailara is allied with the god associated with the color yellow. So that would mean Sho is the invader. judging by what I know so far. Is that correct? Balara is allied with the god associated with the color yellow. Balara is an enemy of the god identified by the Shim rune. No, we still don't know this is the invader or not. We just know that a possible invader. Balara is allied. So no, we still don't know. Finding the word ally up here is not enough to tell me who is the invader I suspect. I'll still leave it like this at the moment, but I want more proof that Sho is actually the one invading. Lots of cultists already around here. Guess they're preparing the way. You can tell that this society party probably was a mass, well, sure, it's maybe like a mass orgy and then everyone was killed afterwards, would have been my guess. Hello? The Shim rune has been inscribed on the wall here in orange, upside down. This means it is intended as a curse to the god that associates with the rune. As I invoked the rune, I felt a wave of answering energy from the wall. There was a wave of recognition I found strangely reassuring. We'll recover some sanity whenever we manage to do that. So that was orange. I'm just going to take that off. The color might not have anything to do with it. I'd rather not use lockpicks if I can avoid it at the moment. 2 locked doors. So we'll need the keys if I don't want to use lockpicks. They're probably in here. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. I don't remember how to fight these guys. I've recovered some dusty jewelry, estimated to be worth about 6 pounds. The name Balara often appears in relation to physical suffering. Early Christians claim it was a word uttered by Christ on the cross, but it also appears in the language of the pre-Roman Celtic tribes to identify some kind of pain avatar or spirit. I found what remains of the person I was sent to find. There's nothing I can do to help them, except get out of here and break the bad news. I believe my business in this place is concluded. I should head for the exit. Oops, that was the wrong way to go. Wow, the escape text arrived some time later. Return to the car? Yes. All right, we took a bit of pounding there. The news of the death did not, it seems, come entirely unexpected to the poor soul waiting for my return, but they seemed to appreciate my efforts. As I made my excuses, they pressed a wallet into my hands, explaining that it had been left behind by a previous visiting occult investigator. My recording device picked up the chanting of some kind of mantra intended to ward off evil. It was hard to make out, but the last part definitely sounded like Kz. Alright, we have a little bit of the ritual then. Let's heal ourselves the bit of damage we took. And check our notes again. Barlaya is a god of pain, allied with the god associated with the color yellow. Is an enemy of the god identified by the Shim rune, which we know is also not the invader. Show is associated with the god yellow. The god identified, yep, okay, so this at least I think is all accurate so far. Including my guess that the Ang rune is associated probably with pain. Alright, well, off we go to that town. Which name I forget. Where are we going, by the way? Let's find out. Hobley. Holby? Hobley. No, Hobley. You received a text from an unknown number. I will ignore it. Those texts, in case you guys have forgotten, they can have either good news or bad news. Bad news will lower your sanity somewhat. Good news might give you bullets or money. Or maybe some information about where maybe the shadow is striking next. The atmosphere here is tense, as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence here. For now. After an hour, I have found the following items on sale from individuals content not to ask questions. Do I really want the muffler? Sure, we'll take it. I'll also purchase one armor-piercing round while we're here. Okay, next 5 hours to reach Waterton. Oh no, in 5 hours the shadow takes it over. We still have time, I think, to check Saxchester first. At worst it's 2... Oh, at worst it's 2 hours, Tim. Are you sure you have time for this? Yes. Are you really sure? No, I'm not anymore. Let's go to Waterton first instead. Thump! I only dozed off for a moment. Something hit my bumper, rattled across the roof, and landed in a heap behind the car. I gripped the steering wheel, momentarily paralyzed with horror at what I could have just done. Find out what we hit. I exited the car and cautiously approached the carcass in the road. Its shape was indistinct in the twilight. I took out my flashlight and shone it at the quivering form. Immediately, an affected squawk rang out and several hideous limbs unfolded from the creature's mass. It wasn't nearly dead enough. I hopped back to ready myself for its attack. I have recovered a small handful of standard 9mm rounds. The monsters are dead, and there is nothing more for me here. I return to the car. I have wasted enough time. Alright, so something similar will happen here, everyone. We'll have to fend off the darkness. I am brought to the problematic area and told that payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. Oh, no, this isn't just a straight-up brawl. Find the dimensional rift and seal it with an incantation. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. In the language of the ancients, the syllable shim is usually given as a name, but has also variously been written to denote the concepts of illness, infection, and deformity. The shim rune has been inscribed on the wall here in yellow, upside down. The god associated would regard this as a grave insult. The rune upon the wall seemed to respond to the invocation. I felt an inexplicable ease upon my mind. Yes, I see the monster, but it didn't see us, so I can safely leave this place without losing more sanity. The Ang rune has been inscribed on the wall here in yellow. A generic prayer to a god, not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. The animosity is rooted in the suffering reportedly endured by a worshipper of Nyx while captured by the cult of Sho. Sho worshippers seem to tell the story the other way around. Nyx appears to be the enemy of Sho. So we know Sho is yellow, and we know Balala is yellow's ally. So that would mean we know Nyx. I don't think I've gotten Nyx as a god very often. Like, he hasn't shown up. He's been too lazy. And we know he's also not the invader. Another victim of the shadow. Their body seems to have been ripped open in several places, and the wounds repeatedly violated in unspeakable ways. So that also tells me that yellow is probably lust. Oh, come on. Back up a little more. Sorry, everyone. It's been a while since I've played. So it should be safe to deactivate this from back here. If you go closer to the portal, there's a chance a monster will leap out of it. Our guide leaned close to the chest and intoned the words, "Angyu," whereupon the lock sprang open, with no apparent involvement of hand or tool. Unless there's any more loot to be found, I can safely call this operation complete. Time to go. For some reason, a perfectly functional lockpick has been left here, perhaps perhaps to be recovered later, or it could have been, in the body of that creature that attacked us. Not today, buzzer. The people waiting for me outside seemed determined not to ask questions. Upon my assurance that the problem was resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. The atmosphere here is tense as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence. For now. I have lost another precious hour, but I finally found a black market dealer willing to take my money. I will always grab something like skateboarder, whatchamacallits, because these will protect broken limbs. That stops you from, I believe, running. And also can come into play during a random encounter. I think I'm good otherwise. You received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. I have some intel that urgently needs to get to Summit within 6 hours. Do it or don't, but if you don't, the town won't be safe for long. Let's see where Summit is. I don't think we have been there yet. So that's bringing us further south. Do we want to go down there immediately? I don't think so. Let's go to Amsal first, and then we'll head over to Summit. I look over at the clock to make sure I have plenty of time for this. You received a text from a family member. Nope. Not today. Alright, let's enter the town. The streets seem to be almost deserted, but I get a prickly feeling in the back of my neck that it is in fact teeming with life that is trying to stay hidden. I hear an insectile skittering echoing through the crooked streets and dense alleyways that could conceal no end of horrors. As I was walking past a brick house, I was walking past a brick house when what I believe was the chimney crashed to the floor mere yards behind me, and I glanced up in time to see something hop out of sight. My hair hasn't stopped standing on end since I arrived. After numerous failed attempts, I managed finally to catch one of the creatures and wound it. From there, it was just a matter of following a trail of foul-smelling ichor to the lair of the beasts. It was a very old but sturdy brick building that had probably served a vast number of functions before being condemned. The shadow seems to be attracted to places drained of hope and color. I will drive them out of their footed squat. Find and clear out 3 rooms where minions of the shadows are congregating. So this should be our first large structure to fully puzzle out. The place is infested with creatures from the shadow. The only option is to find and exterminate however many more of them remain. That was tough. There's some kind of survivalist cache here containing 2 hollow point bullets. I found a dusty military flashlight that isn't completely beyond salvage. It's a bit tricky equipping the flashlight because it reveals more of the area around us, and thus I will have to deal with more enemies. But at the same note, it will let me, well, see if there is something in the room a little easier than me entering and leaving it again. Yeah, see, like this creature. Although, technically we would see it anyway, so let's walk up a little bit more. Oops, we came from that direction. Discarded wallet containing 3 pounds. We'll probably need to buy a new health pack when we're done with this room. An ancient 9mm pistol with 3 usable bullets in the clip. Nice. Oh, come on. It's getting slaughtered. I've cleared the Shadow's minions from another area, but I can still faintly hear their skittering movements. My work is not complete. We can't just leave yet and go back and heal and come back. That's not allowed. All these hits are also slowly draining our sanity. We'll come back for that. Actually, no, we'll open it now. I've been a prisoner of the cult of Sho for some weeks. There's some other god they're trying to appease. They keep shouting, Ang, Ang, Ang. Please send help. Sho is allied with the god identified by the Ang rune. Yep, we knew that already. That's the room we need to go into to clear it out. Let's search the rest of the place first. Any additional hints we might be able to find will be very helpful. I went down. That's the wrong way to go. So I want to go up. There's a corpse here. Boils coat their flesh. Even the back of their throat to the point of suffocation may have been the cause of their death. You're kidding me. That thing totally stopped moving. A small handful of standard bullets. In the language of the ancients, the name Barila is often identified with a symbol resembling a circle with a point coming out of the top. Barila is identified with the Ang rune. Yep, we knew that already as well. Portable first aid kit, and I was able to remedy some of my bites and scratches. I believe I've killed the last of the horrors. There is nothing more I can do to help at this place. In case of a 4-rune incantation, the second rune denotes the recipient of the spell. In the banishment ritual, for example, it would be the rune of the creature being banished. I believe my business in this place is concluded. I should head for the exit. The shadowy creatures may or may not be real. I actually don't know, and if you do run out of the room without killing it, if it was a real creature, you will lose sanity. No magic wand has been waved over the town to remove the taint of the shadow, but with the infestation removed, it's certainly quieter. I make my way back to the car, hoping that what remnant of this town's population survives will get back on their feet. We got the crap kicked out of us there. Supplies depleted. Our sanity is now not looking very good either. Yeah, we'll hit the summit next. And try to defend the town if we can. The message received by a flustered man dressed not dissimilarly to myself. He's agitated enough that I am forced to awkwardly remind him of the agreed payment before he can run off, whereupon he throws a handful of notes at me and disappears into the shadows. The atmosphere is tense here as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence here. For now. I found a small walk-in clinic for the homeless people that will treat me. A proper hospital would be unthinkable. Refill our medkit. Back to town. Return to the car. Let's heal ourselves. Half supplies. We won't need another one quite yet. And I'm not going to purchase more supplies yet either. Now that we have 3 objects, I don't desperately want another one. So, let's go to Kidholm and begin working our way back up to explore more of these places up here. In the north, well, not the northeastern side of the island, but at least northeastern of us. There's more locations we can visit after this. You've received a text from an unknown number. We'll open this one. I will pull out your bones and drink the marrow as your remains twitch and burble at my feet. Lost sanity. We have reached our destination, Kidholm. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before they catch the shadow's attention. Oh, darn it! I missed that. Let's go back. So whenever the kill myself shows up, we want to select it. And now that I know it will show up, I want to wait a little bit and see if we can get it to show up again. Whenever kill yourself shows up, if you fight off the influence to indeed do that, you will recover sanity. And alas, it looks like it's not going to show up, so. Alright, let's head out to... Yeah, let's go to Lawham. The atmosphere is tense here as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, Oh, we didn't recover any sanity. The town's calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail in my mission. I thought it was a guaranteed sanity recovery. I guess it's only if your sanity is too low. Oh, that place is clear. We need to find a place that's infected. Let's head up to Forley. I stopped to enter a corner shop that didn't look abandoned and was confronted by an armed man in hastily assembled survival gear, demanding money from a terrified cashier. He attempts to simultaneously cover both me and the cashier with his gun, flicking his aim left and right. His eyes are wide and nervous. Grab the gun! I time my moment, and just as the gunman takes his eyes off me, I make a grab for his arm. He is stronger than I anticipated. He tries to aim for me, and somehow the gun goes off. An ice-hot streak of pain lances across my side as the bullet scrapes my ribs and I fall. Once Robert has left with all the cash in the till, I wave off the cashier's offer to help me up and return to the car, ears burning with humiliation. Stop. We need to heal ourselves again. Oh, we didn't take too much damage. It just grazed us. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose here if I fail in my mission. Wasting all this time not finding a place that's actually corrupted. You received a text from an unknown number. Are you that X-Files paranormal investigator guy? That's so cool. Here's £9. Thank you, sir, whoever you were. The atmosphere is tense here, as news has spread in the darkness, infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence. For now. Oh, wait 1 second. What the heck happened down here? Stonesforth is going to come under attack, and I am way too far away to reach it, I suspect. I didn't even see a text about that. Darn it. Yeah, it's too far away. I won't be able to reach it. This will take me 1 hour. This will take me like 3. That'll take me another 2. No, it's too late to save that town. Old Row it is. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail in my mission. An emergency hospital has been set up here, and is in a rather desperate condition. Most of the beds are filled with screaming patients who have suffered abnormally in the shadow, and blood cakes almost every surface of instrument. A flustered volunteer says they can make room for me if I require it, in return for a payment of £5. We don't need healing. We're healed up to full. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before they catch the shadow's attention. Ever since I crossed the town's limits, I have felt the sensation of being watched by black, unwelcoming eyes. I have heard numerous inhuman noises, almost like a chitinous giggling, that stops every time I attempt to trace it to its source. That's chitinous giggling. Moments ago, I turned suddenly, and I glimpsed something on a nearby rooftop, which ducked behind a chimney stack when it saw I was watching. My hair hadn't stopped standing on end since I arrived. After numerous failed attempts, I finally managed to catch one of the creatures and wound it. From there, it was just a matter of following a trail of foul-smelling ichor to the lair of the beasts. It led me through a cluttered docklands I had not considered searching, and soon found disquieting traces of bodily fluids and torn clothing that grew denser and denser as I neared one of the larger warehouses. I believe we were now going to have some tougher creatures about. There's some kind of survivalist cache here containing 2 hollow point bullets. I recovered some dusty jewelry I estimate to be worth about £5. We'll come back for that. Another victim of the shadow. The damage to the body appears to have been made post-mortem. The actual cause of death appears to have been exhaustion. There's some kind of survivalist cache here containing 3 hollow point bullets. Oh, come on. This place is infested with creatures from the shadow. The only option is to find and exterminate however many of them remain. Game, come on. I've recovered some dusty jewelry estimated worth about £3. I have found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. There was nothing more worth taking. found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. I found a discarded wallet containing £2. Oh, we're not going to want for money anytime soon. I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 2 usable bullets in the clip. I think I can now leave. I don't want to fight those creatures. I don't remember what they were. No, we have to kill the creatures as well. Hopper. Oh, the pile came back. This is going as bad as it could ever have gone. I've cleared the Shadow's minions from another area, but I can still faintly hear the skittering movements. My work is not yet complete. This is terrible. I don't care. We're taking so much damage. The rune upon the wall seemed to respond to the invocation. Covered a little bit of sanity. Just 1 point. One without taking damage. I believe I've killed the last of the horrors. There is nothing more I can do to help this place. The god of lust has no particular interest in our realm. It seems to consider us unworthy of any action, good or bad, insofar as we can understand the motivations of such a creature. The god of lust is not the invading god. So that is not the invader. So that would mean this is the invader. Balara is allied to him. Allied to Sho, and Sho is not the invader. Okay, so we know what to do. Well, kind of. We know who is invading. Now we just need to create the spell. Some snack food. Still safely wrapped. I ate it and got a quick energy boost. Pile of useless metal implements. I found a small tool that could be functional as a lockpick. I recovered a small handful of standard 3mm rounds. Okay, we're getting badly beat up. It's been way too long since I played the game. No magic wand has been waved over the town to remove the taint of the shadow, but with the infestation removed, it is certainly quieter. I make my way back to the car, hoping that what remnant of this town's population survives will get back on their feet. Okay, so we need more healing supplies. That means we need a hospital. We can't make it to Stonesworth before it falls, but that might be good, so let's head here anyway. You received the text of the Mystery of Occultism. That will be about the town that just fell. Stoneforth has fallen to the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? No, you didn't tell us about it before. Network's down in Kidholm, and I need a message courier there within 10 hours. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. I am met with a scene of absolute chaos. There are monsters openly attacking people in the street. There is so much screaming. Hastily assembled militias swat them away with improvised weapons. The minions of the... Oh, come on. I overheard a boisterous man blaming this outbreak on immigrants, as the first attack took place at the airport. I found this to be partially true. They began in a packaging facility near the airport. I theorize that someone... I hate you. We didn't gain any sanity. Okay. I theorize that someone or something was attempting to have an artifact couried. One that has spawned or attracted the creatures. Whatever controls this nightmare may still be at the package warehouse. What the heck? So many creatures. What the hell? This is a dead end. So we just killed those things for no reason. Well, I suppose to save us from taking too much sanity loss. Still, that was tough. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. I found a very old 9mm ammunition box with 3 bullets remaining. Nice, back up to full 9mm ammo. There's a deaded old cash box here, containing around 6 pounds and change. I don't know how to actually defeat that creature, so I'm glad it's gone. Yep. No clue how to beat this one. There we go. My recording device picked up the chanting of some kind of mantra intended to ward off evil. It was hard to make out, but the third part sounded definitely like Aang. There's nothing important left to do in this place. The longer I stay, the more time I lose. We're completely out of bullets. In all my time playing this game, I have yet to figure out how to actually fight that strange thing. The rune upon the wall seemed to respond to the invocation. This is a big one. My controls are all backwards. In a pile of useless metal implements, I found a small tool that could function as a lockpick. I found some snack food. Still safely wrapped, I ate it quickly for the energy boost. With their leader dead, only its minions throughout the town remain. Fortunately, the remaining townsfolk seem to have the matter in hand. I can lead them to rebuilding their lives. Okay, so we're going to go to Castling next, and then maybe Stonehenge, if I have everything I need to cast a spell. So... oh, that would be in my spells themselves. Nope, we still need one more piece for the banishment ritual, but we need to go to that town anyway. We're at almost half our life. And we have the money required to heal us all the way, and maybe even get another health pack. The atmosphere is tense here, as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the Shadow's influence. For now. I found a small walk-in clinic for homeless people that will treat me. A proper hospital would be unthinkable. We'll refill our med kit. Heal ourselves to full. So let's think. Do we want to purchase another one? I think we need bullets as well now, everyone. We have 41 bucks in cash. So we'll take... Yep, we'll buy a bunch of bullets. Increases loot. We've had enough loot, so I don't think we need that. Let's visit the hospital and purchase another medkit refill. We're now completely out of cash. We might get lucky in that we could end up going to Stonehenge and finding the last part of the ritual there, but we also may not. And Stonehenge will be tough. So I think instead we will go to Dinton, toward Kidhome, in an attempt to find another location that will give us the spell we need. You received a text from an unknown number. Let's open it. Are you that X-Files paranormal investigator guy? That's so cool. Here's £6. Dinton, hello, Dinton. I almost feel like I'm watching this town through a muted television. Not a scrap of evidence of actual life. The shops are open, but each one is unattended. I have searched a few homes and found television still on and food still laid out on dining tables, the cutlery thrown carelessly aside. I have not seen a single human being since coming off the motorway. The streets are completely deserted. The shops are open, but each one is unattended. I see numerous lighted windows, but each one allows only a view of a completely vacant room. Clothing and bedding scattered messily as if moved aside hastily. All is silent here, with not even a single bird's twittering to punctuate the eerie stillness. I feel like I am waiting for it all to shatter, and for the shadow to burst from every crack and manhole like a flash flood. A few letters and diaries I have found indicated that whatever this was, it started by the docks. People started going there and not coming back until none were left. Only one of the warehouses still seems to be in operation, and that I can clearly hear movement within. If I were still a naive man, I might wonder if there will be survivors to rescue. As it stands, I can only hope to discern something useful from the remains. We don't have a key yet. We could try our lockpicks in there. I guess we'll try a few lockpicks. In a pile of useless metal implements, I found a small tool that could function as a lockpick. I have found 3 unfired hollow point bullets that appear to have been hastily concealed here. I have found one of the missing townspeople. They're dead for sure. Doesn't bode well for the rest, but I have to keep looking. Let's try to get around to the other side of that locked door if we can. There's a dented old cash box here containing around 6 pounds and change. Someone left their key ring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. I agree, hopefully we can. The hostage pulled a gun on me. I had no choice. They must have been turned by the Shadow's minions. Mostly garbage, but there's a nice piece of sturdy wire I could probably twist into a lockpick. Okay, I was running anyway, no matter what. I don't know how to fight that creature. The hostage, a young woman in office attire, seems lost in thought and only notices my presence after I free her. She nods shallowly, then makes her escape. I believe my business in this place is concluded. I should head for the exit. I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 2 usable bullets in the clip. Well, this place is rather large. We might find some more information here. The symbol on the wall seemed to grow more distinct for a moment. I felt an inexplicable ease upon my mind. 5 pounds in a wallet. As I invoked the rune, I felt a wave of answering energy from the wall. Yeah, but we didn't gain any sanity for that. In a pile of useless metal implements, I have found a small tool that could function as a lockpick. I don't see any hints at a hunter's here yet. Oh, I hate you. I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 3 usable bullets in the clip. I forgot that they can sometimes spawn bugs. Come on, hit him! Oh, it was fake. I couldn't. The strange woman in office attire was waiting for me at the door, wanting to know about my mission. She listened with a disconcerting intensity, before wordlessly reaching into a thick notebook not unlike my own and passing me a page of occult text. I thanked her, at which point she suddenly went for a hug, during which she whispered into my ear, "Come to Forley, and bring a pentagram necklace." So she is the 4th character we can unlock. I think she's like a magician. Unfortunately, I don't ever get that necklace. Like, we don't have it. I don't know where it's located, and I don't want to throw this attempt into the trash. So, in other words, I'm not going to bother trying to unlock her. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra, but the first symbol was almost certainly the syllable shum. Alright, that's all we need then. We know what the spell is going to be. So, it should be... Is it Shim as a god's name as well? Ang. Ang is it. So it's going to be Shum Ang Ang Kiz. Shumankiz. Shumankiz. Alright. Well, let's then head to Stonehenge. Actually, we'll go to Castling first to buy bullets, I think. Or maybe... Actually, yeah, we only 17 bucks, and it's not going to be very much... You won't be able to buy very many bullets, but we should still stock up on what we can first. The sight of blue and red flashing lights in my rearview mirror startled me out of a light doze. A police car signaling me to pull over. The police car pulled in behind me, and a single officer got out. I watched in the rearview mirror as he sauntered to the driver's side window, then stared innocently into the middle distance as he leaned down and requested to see my license. As I turned away to search for my dashboard, I heard a menacing click by my ear and a fluttering of ungodly flesh. I had been tricked. The officer was one of them. The butt of a gun collides solidly with my head, and the last thing I remember before consciousness slips is being pulled out of the car. 2 hours have passed since then, and now my head is clear. The next step is to determine exactly where I am. As I invoked the rune, I felt a wave of answering energy from the wall. No sanity recovered. I very rarely get captured, so this is kind of fun. Who captured us? Exhaustion. Not sure based on that. Oh, there's something in that room. This is the one, Billy. This will show the other kids not to pick on us anymore. You just have to remember to chant it when they're very close by or it won't work. I have found 2 armor-piercing bullets, perhaps left over from some kind of police operation. Or maybe the police that captured us actually were using this as a base of their illegal operations. I saw a creature over there. We're going to go this way instead. In the language of the ancients, the name Sho is often identified with a symbol resembling a tree with a dot between the branches. I don't think we've even seen that rune yet. We shouldn't be going this way. This doesn't lead out. Dear Meg, my teenager has been reading some very strange books lately and has suddenly announced an intention to paint their bedroom orange, describing it as the color of pain. Should I be concerned? I didn't trust there was nothing waiting in this room. We've been through a few rooms without encountering anything. I'm glad that they didn't tie us up, at least. Whoever captured us. There is some kind of survivalist cache here containing 2 hollow point bullets. Nice, didn't take any damage from that. So much for their ambush. My car is waiting for me just outside. I don't know if they intended to use it or thought there was something important inside of it, but I'm not about to question Providence. Okay. Oh, wow. We are far away from where we want to be. Let's go to... Let's go to Lawham. In 2 hours, they managed to take me there. I guess magic must have done so. That was Kidholm falling. Kidholm was falling to the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Oh, it wasn't. That wasn't the message about it. Forley needs help, or it's gonna fall. But I don't think we'll probably go there. Let's into the town again. So let's find supplies. We're looking for bullets. Okay. That's gonna do it. Where are we going, by the way? We're going to... Yeah, that's fine. So next stop... We're just ignoring all the text. Next stop will be Stonehenge. And let's make an attempt to beat the game. Nope. Not stopping us. Ignoring everything else, just going straight to Stonehenge. I'm ignoring everyone. Nothing is as important as reaching Stonehenge is right now. Alright, so... Once again, that spell is... Shimangankanks. Let's go for it. So do we want to take drugs to assist us here? I think we do. Inject illegal drugs to temporarily restore sanity? Yes. In the center of Stonehenge, the ground has been torn up, and an eerily lit entrance leads into some kind of tunnel network. I don't know if it's unthinkably ancient or recently built, but either way, the shadow is not even trying to conceal it. This close to the deadline, it must feel assured of victory. This will either be the place where it will finally be vanquished, or a fitting tomb for myself. I must be sure that I have all the runes, and the order they must be cast for the ritual, or at the very least, enough information to confidently guess. There was a discarded Lucky Charm inside, which I decided I could make use of. You know what? I think I'd rather have that than the flashlight. We get additional loot, which could translate into additional bullets while we're in here. We're looking for some keys, I think most important of all in this location. To follow this through the door. I found an ancient 9mm clip with 3 usable bullets in it. Worshippers consider it a grave insult to draw Balara's symbol in red, as this is one of the colors associated with one of their oldest and bitterest rivals among the ancients. Let's open this lock. As I chanted the syllables, I felt every door, cupboard, and piece of furniture in the near vicinity unlock. Even the clasp of my wallet sprang open. Another victim of the shadow. They lie curled up, still clutching at themselves as if something was eating away at them from the inside. Disease. Alright, this is not the thing we need to kill. It's just a gigantic, miserable battle. It could be in here. It's not. Okay, so just taking a little bit of damage for no reason. To my recollection, you don't have to do a battle in order to find the way down. We're looking for a ladder. In the language of the ancients, the name of Nyx is often identified with a symbol resembling a flat, square, backwards C. It always helps to double check to make sure you have all the information you need. I don't want to fight one of those. Let's go up and around it. Oh, or rather, down and around it. I found a very old 9mm ammunition box with 3 bullets remaining. There's a corpse here. The poor wretch's limbs have been broken and twisted into hideous angles. It must have been a painful end. The dented old cash box contains 7 pounds in change. Anxiety seems to be getting the better of me. I feel hot and nauseous and my hands won't stop shaking. Hopefully it will pass. That affects our ability to hit at things with our gun. Here is the way down. Another victim of the shadow. Their body appears unharmed, but the face is contorted into a silent scream of agony. Alright everyone, this is what we're here for. Let's go ahead and cast it. So Shim Ang Ang KZ. We have to, come on. Can I not? I can't seem to hit that one thing on the wall. Having anxiety here is really freaking difficult to deal with. Good, our anxiety's gone now. I hate these things, I hate them! Nope, wrong spell, Tim. It was Shim Ang Ang KZ. Oh, I think we have to wait. We have to make another attempt at it. Nope, too many. I can't shoot that one, it's too low. Yeah, you're not allowed to duck or crawl. didn't see what it was. Oh, this is a pretty fitting ending. I get to the end and I die. Yep. Ah, that's it. The preceding writings were found in an abandoned car near Stonehenge after the crisis period mysteriously ended last week. The vehicle was registered in the name of a noted scholar who had disappeared from his house a few days previously. The veracity of the text is uncertain. Several witnesses in towns across the country confirmed certain details, but contrary to the scholar's claims, no mysterious tunnel entrance has been found in or near Stonehenge. I categorically deny the accusation that I myself was in contact with the scholar during the crisis period, and was passing him classified information. So we still won, because the ancient was banished. Unfortunately, our scholar was consumed by the ancient, and now is living in eternal pain somewhere. So we get a bad ending. That was still good, though. Yeah, it was fun to play the game again. I don't remember it being so tough to run up and hit those buzzers. That was really bad. And messing up the one chance, I think, well, it looked like it, for sure. The one chance we had of actually completing the banishment correctly, I messed up by hitting the EU rune instead of the KZ rune. That's a shame. Still, good fun. Good fun. Ends in a good way. I think we'll do one, well, good way being an appropriate ending, I suppose. So, I think everyone will do one more of these, and that will do it for Consuming Shadows for this year. Yeah, we died. Yep. Oh, question mark, because we don't really know. Hopefully we died, instead of being tortured forever and ever. But no, that's not going to be the case. C ending, Ultimate Sacrifice. Successfully banished the Ancient with 22 hours remaining, but disappeared into the Ancient's realm, now hopefully deceased. Discovered all 4 runes of the banishment ritual, and failed to prevent 2 towns from falling to the shadow. Took a balanced approach to combat, but slightly favored guns, firing a total of 52 bullets. Learned 2 spells and made use of them 2 times. In the end, subject was a physically exhausted, mentally shattered, neurotics-riddled, suicidal demon hunter. Alright everyone, so I will see you all in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and take care everyone.